I just want to bring good music to the table. It's Chopzilla. You're in my house, my studio. Want to give a shout out to Dynasty, Illa J for the first single, Move Over, Cafino, they killed it. New stuff that I'm finally releasing. But just wanted to give you a little drop back of me, how I got into hip hop, what it means to me, since I'm just getting out there and nobody probably knows who the fuck I am. Basically, when I first fell in love with hip hop, I heard Planet Rock. My aunt at the time, it was in the early 80s, met a DJ from New York, and he came up and they took me out for some reason. I don't know why they took me with them, but they took me out. And this dude played Planet Rock. And I was like, what the fuck is this? You know, I was just a kid, but it was incredible. I'm like, what is this, you know? And he just smiled at me and laughed like, you know, Indiana dude, you don't know what the hell, little kid. But I was right then and there, I was like, whoa, this is amazing. Then I didn't hear anything for a while, you know, back to the norm, because it wasn't readily available for everybody. If you weren't from New York and going down at that time, you heard whispers of things, but it wasn't available for you everywhere. So the next time I heard anything was years later when I was living in Germany, Army brat, so lived all over. But I lived in Germany, and my stepdad at the time borrowed a tape from a dude, and he started playing it, and the tape was Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. I heard the message, and once I heard the message, it was over, completely over. I was hooked from then on. It was like, this was amazing. This was the craziest thing I ever heard. So good. And I immediately went, what is this? Let me have the tape. And dubbed the tape. And it was just crazy. So ever since then, I've been a fiend. Anything I can get my hands on, East Coast, West Coast, I didn't care what it was. I rocked it all, bought it all. I mean, literally from record to tape to anything. But then I remember making pause tapes. Back, all I had was I didn't know anything about it. I still didn't know anything about hip hop. It was still coming up. I had nobody to mentor me, tell me anything. Just anywhere I could find anything, anybody's cousin who had a mixtape or any kind of thing I'd get my hands on, we'd do it. So I got my hands on everything I could, learned everything I could, finally started seeing the equipment on record covers, and figured out, you know, what a mixer was, what certain things was, and couldn't afford it or find it. I had a record player that had a double cassette on it. So what I would do was I would take the record and basically make a pause tape. So you take a record, you find a little piece of the break, record it, you know what I mean? Then you play it, record it on the second deck, and then make the record come in after the first one plays and just keep copying and make it a beat. So that was the first kind of, and thinking I could rhyme, which I cannot rhyme. I mean, I can rhyme enough to know, hey, this beat's dope, somebody can spit on it, but I can't rhyme other than that. I tried, it's not happening. So I stuck to what I originally loved and what I was good at. So that's kind of how I got into things. And then I remember in the early 90s, I don't remember if it was a Source or what magazine it was, but I seen a little ad for Upstairs Records in New York. And I had just, you know, I was working at the time, finally getting some money on my own. I thought, man, I'm gonna buy something. I'm really gonna start getting into this again. So I ordered my first sampler from Upstairs Records. It was like $400. I didn't know what I was ordering. I ordered like a rack sampler that had 4 little banks and it looped it up and stuff, but it worked. I mean, that, and I went out and bought a Yamaha 4-track or 8-track, I can't remember. I had a couple different ones, and just kept building and building and learning and doing what we did, and just come a long way since then. It's just been beat machine after beat machine, and, you know, gradually working my way, always as a hobby, just something out of love. And then as I've gotten older, I finally was like, you know what? It's time to really try to do something with this. You know, it's been a passion for a long time.
Relax and take notes.
First album, The Delicatessen. We got Big Pooh. We got Elder Sensei. We got Stick Figure. We got Book Brown. We got, who else we got on there? Illa J. We got my peeps from Jers. We got Light the MC, Venomous, Mocha Only. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Main Flow. Main Flow should be dropping this verse. Main, I want that verse, man. Come on. Come on, man. So yeah, the album should be crazy. Athena the Goddess. Can't forget Athena. She rocks it. Athena. Tons of people, tons of good people want to make good music. Cafino, he's all over it. Dude's an amazing singer. I mean, crazy. You'll probably think he's on it too much, but every time I get something, I'm like, I'm using it. But anyway, I'm still wrapping that up. I'm hoping to have it out in fall, at least drop another single soon. Big shout out to Dynasty too. She showed me a lot of love and got on this project. I gotta give a big shout out to her. And also on the project John Doe, which we have our own project coming out. Don't have a title yet officially, but it's crazy. We got verses from all kinds of amazing people. So look out for that. I'll just say one. We got Sean P on it. Never heard before. John is incredible. The project is going to be amazing. Something different, something fresh, and it just, I'm telling you, wait till you hear it. It's on. That's about it, man. Vinyl collector, crate digger, vinyl junkie, hip hop junkie. Love it all. I gotta say a little something on this. Now, being I'm a crate digger, vinyl collector, I don't go crazy searching for records. I mean, I'm a dollar bin dude. Let me find something random. I don't look up what people sample. If I run across it, I'm like, oh, that's that record. Oh, cool, I got it. I like not knowing anything about anything. But anyway, I was on eBay, as I often am. Shout out to eBay, I love you. But as I often am, I'm on eBay looking, and I see the J Dilla Foundation, and I see that, you know, it's like 15 bones, get a record from JD's collection. And I'm like, for real? Is this for real? You know, and I'm looking it up, and I'm like, this is amazing. I gotta do this, I gotta do this. So I purchased it, right? And the whole time I'm like, oh, I did the hip hop one. I'm like, what hip hop album am I gonna get from JD's collection? Because I'm just, you know, ecstatic about this. He's like my favorite producer, you know, just so stoked. So then I get this in the mail. Straight up Stakes is High from his personal collection. That shit about brought me to tears, for real. That's the shit right there. From, you know, one of my favorite songs from him, and to actually have this from his own collection. Now I'm sure he had a million of these, but it's open. He may have touched it. Somebody touched it from the camp. But I mean, this to me, this is like priceless to me. So shout out to Ma Dukes, shout out to J Dilla. Thank you, Ma Dukes, for spreading the love and letting this be a part of me and touch me the way it has. I know the foundation has got a lot of criticism here and there on how they've handled things, but to be able to put this in the hands of a fan, a true fan, and to be able to have this as a part of my life is amazing, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Life can get all up in your way.